Hello. Welcome to LadyGang Quickie. I'm Becca here with Jack and Keltie.
Hello.
You know, a lot of times I want to thank Jack for her talents, but I really want to thank you for your talent.
Oh, thank you.
Because, you know,
I thought that this was coming in my direction.
I mean, you're great too, Becca. But since the beginning of LadyGang, I have always wanted to do a LadyGang varsity jacket, like a club jacket. And we never found the right jacket because a lot of times they're satin. And Jack, I sent her on a mission.
Nailed it.
Like, make some new merch. She made this varsity jacket, but it's sweatshirt material. So it's a giant sweatshirt. Cozy.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with this.
It's
I wear it
perfect.
everywhere.
Isn't it so cute?
It's perfect for travel in warm weather.
Yeah.
So I always struggle because I always need an outer layer for travel, but I don't want to wear a sweater because that's strange when it's warm out.
Yeah.
And then a jacket is weird.
Yeah.
So this
Too
is
thick.
Yeah,
Too
this
thick.
is the perfect outer shell for your travels.
And you didn't
That's
even
right,
know
baby.
this, but at Christmas, Christina and I sat down and we Pinterest a very eclectic board of super nerdy clothes. Like, I want to just dress nerdy all the time. I don't want to dress normal at all. And like nerdy clothes, like bright colors, lots of patterns, leopard print and scarves and
like Blake Lively in
no, but like cute. No, like think like Man Repeller, more like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about Man
Yeah,
Repeller.
more like Man
That's
Repeller.
cute.
Like,
I like that.
Like
chic,
samba,
nerdy
like
chic.
weird sambas and like a weird sock with like a bag and a bag charm. Like,
Is
I
that
just
why
want
you're wearing the weird sock with the weird samba color at the airport?
Well, I was wearing that sock because it's a Bombas sock and I have like fallen arches and it gives me a great art support. And that shoe Christina actually bought for her new era, but she bought it in an 8 and she's actually an 8.5. And they're like actually really fancy designer shoes, as I told you. And then they didn't fit, so she gave them to me because I'm a 7.5. They're a little big on me, so I have to wear a thick sock. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Should we keep going?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So today is the last world. What is the last film you each watched?
I watched Heretic.
Ooh, how was it?
So good.
Really?
So bizarre. The
Okay.
end just went for a wild ride, but
Yeah.
I love Julia Thatcher so much. She's like one of my favorite actresses, and I thought she was fucking great. And yeah, it was very bizarre, but very good.
Mine was Kind of Pregnant.
Oh, with Amy Schumer?
Kind of Pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Amy Schumer.
How was it? As someone who couldn't carry their own child, were you like, this is fucked up, or were you like, okay with it?
No, I mean, it reminded me a lot of her I Feel Pretty. Do you remember that movie? Really similar.
That movie where she
She
had
falls
like,
off the spin bike.
and then she like gets delusional about how hot she is.
Yeah,
So she walks around like she thinks she's a supermodel, but she's still Amy Schumer, who's beautiful, by the way.
It's all the same tone, and I just enjoy that,
Yeah.
you know? And everyone was really cute in it. I just love her. I love her.
The last full movie I watched was The Brutalist.
Oh, that 4-hour-long movie?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of series. So I watched the Running Point series. I've been watching with Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
It's really cute about the basketball team. I watched the Meghan
Zach
Markle
and I
series, obviously.
Tried to watch it, and he won't continue on with me.
He didn't?
He
It's
didn't-
too rom-com
he didn't
for
feel
you?
it. I don't know. I think it's a little
It's
doesn't-
cheesy.
Yeah, he doesn't enjoy like campy cheesy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely like, it's kind of that Abbott Elementary vibe.
Totally.
You know? And you have to be ready for
Ted
that.
Lasso.
It's Ted Lasso-y. I don't think it's as good as Ted Lasso,
Well,
but it's
no,
cute.
we loved Ted Lasso. So yeah,
I couldn't get into Ted Lasso.
it took
Too
me
happy
good.
for you.
took me a little bit, but then I started
happy
to
for
it
you.
grew on me.
Two, just not enough dread.
Okay, the last book you read. I'll start.
Okay.
I recently read Tinks's book,
Yeah.
Hotter in the Hamptons, which to be honest with you, I knew we wanted to have her on the podcast, so I was going to read it anyway. But when I saw that Sarah and Aaron Foster picked it up for a series, it made me more excited to read it. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And you know what? I was very pleasantly surprised. This is not my type of book. I have tried multiple smut. Now this is Hampton smut. I've tried hockey smut. I've tried Twilight smut.
niche.
I've tried fairy smut. I've tried all the smuts. I think for me,
How smutty is this book?
this book is
Like he licked her.
Yes.
How far? Really?
It's very spicy. Well, the story basically is...
Don't give it away.
I'm not giving anything away. The story is that she's with a guy and they're hot for each other, and this thing happens and her life kind of gets ruined, and they break up, and she goes to the Hamptons for the summer to like find herself, and she sort of starts being attracted to girls. And so she goes on this like sexual evolution with a woman. And so what's cool about the idea of the book is that you get both the male and you get female smut and female on female smut. So if you've ever like thought that you might be interested, but you weren't sure, like you can see if that makes you tingly. And I have to be honest, sometimes like influencers or celebrities try to write fiction books and it falls a little flat for me. I think the kind of books that I love, it's like the kind of book someone took a decade writing and is like, especially for fiction. I thought this was excellent. She, in her acknowledgement, the first person she thanks is like her partner. And so I feel like she had a writing partner on it. Although sometimes when people do that, like Julianne Hough did that, she put the writing partner's name on the front cover. So I'm not sure if she like had a ghostwriter, if she had a writing partner. Like it's a little confusing, but either way, I think it was great. And I actually think it's going to be a great series. What's the last book you read? Sorry, I went on too long.
Well, I'm almost finished with a book called Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix.
Yep.
Have you read it?
I think so.
Oh, really?
But like, is it old? It's a couple years old.
It's a couple years old.
Yeah, I think
it's about like a group of like pregnant teens that get like shipped to like a home for wayward girls.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really good. It's just kind of weird to me that it's written by a man because it's all about like the teenage girls that got pregnant. And I just think that that's an interesting perspective for it as a man.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And like shockingly, like it seems like it's written by women in that perspective.
Good for him.
Yeah, it has like a little bit of like, there's obviously witchcraft, and like a little bit of darkness, but like really
How much dread?
not much. Well, no, there is some dread, but not the kind of dread I'm used to. It's more so like, but it's really good.
I won't be reading it.
Skip.
Mine was We've Decided to Go in a Different Direction by Tess Sanchez. It's like a book of essays. It's great. She was on the podcast. Yeah, it was good. It actually, sometimes I get into ruts with reading.
Yeah.
And I just decide I just can't sink my teeth into something. So then I kind of fall off for a couple months.
Yeah. This
got me back in because it wasn't something that's so heavy that you have to really commit to it. It actually is such a nice, easy read. It's so enjoyable that you're like, oh my God, I do like reading. I can read again.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, I love that. Okay, great. Last time I cried. I haven't cried in so long because I take a lot of Prozac. But I actually started listening to Ani DeFranco again, which was like my high school, early 20s music. And there's a song called Swan Dive. And then it's like the lyric in it is like, don't leave me here now that you're back. You better stay this time. And I was like driving and I heard that and I had like a little like emotional almost cry, but not a full tear.
Wow, you must have been premenstrual.
I think so. But that's the craziest thing about not having a period anymore.
Yeah.
You don't
is
know.
that like,
You don't know
I
when
don't, and I promised myself after my surgery, I'm going to keep track of how I'm feeling and like the 28 or the 30 days. So I kind of know where I'm in the cycle and I've completely lost track. And so sometimes the emotions come out of nowhere and I'm like, I'm so hungry. All I can do is eat. And then the other times I'm like, oh, I don't want anything. Nothing tastes good. And it's like, the different parts of your cycle.
Yeah. The last time I cried was yesterday and it was, we obviously like got our pictures and we had a videographer and a photographer at our wedding, and our videographer sent us like our teaser video like right after the wedding. And then it took, it takes them like 6 months to like make your wedding video. So he sent it to us in the beginning of last year. I had a very like rough last year. And like, I told him, I was like, hey, I'm just like not in the right mindset to watch it right now. Like I really want to be like,
He probably thought you were regretting getting married.
Yeah.
This sounds weird.
Yeah.
It is weird without like explaining context to him, but I was just like, hey, I need a little bit of time because he's like, I'd love to hear your feedback, like whatever. So I hadn't watched it. Jared and I were going to watch it on our do-over honeymoon in Mallorca that ended up being a fucking disaster trip. And I was like, well, I can't watch it here when we're...
So he sent this to you last January. Over a year ago.
I still haven't watched it. Because then I was like, what are we going to watch it at my parents' house? Like, I just want
you don't have to make it so precious. Just watch it.
I know, but I do that to everything.
Have you met Jack Vanek?
I know, but then you know what you're going to do?
Special moods.
What you did at your wedding. And where you set it up to be so the expectations.
But my expectations aren't high. I still have like PTSD for my wedding that I like don't really want to watch it. But like, whatever. I'll explain why I cried though. So I haven't watched it. And then, so now we're getting ready to move into our house. So I was like, okay, well, I want to watch it like when we
first
move in.
night in the new house. That'd
It'll
be
be
so
cute, like a little moment, like whatever. So I go to download the link.
It's gone.
Link's gone. And so I wrote him, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I know it's been a year and a half. I was like, is there any way that you could like resend the link? So he like resends it. And then I was like, do you still have like the link to our vows? Cause he had sent me a separate link of the vows. And he was like, those all got deleted after a year. So I don't have our vows in full.
Well, your dad has it on.
Your dad has it.
I know, but his camera was so shitty. Like so shitty.
You should just ask all. I'm sure somebody filmed it.
I don't know. Well, so basically he said that he might have the raw somewhere. Yeah. So, cause I had paid him extra to like cut our vows for us and it cut like certain things for us to like have. And then I never downloaded it because I was just like, last year was very frazzled for me. So I just never got around to doing it. And so yesterday we were coming home from a trip and I was in the car, like trying to text with him. And I was just like, I like melted down. Cause I'm like, I don't even have our vows. Like, so
this is an excellent lesson to both of you.
I don't think I have our vows.
Who does not download any your videos, your vows, your photos. Same.
Yeah.
If you pay someone a large amount of money to make something for you, just download it right away. Even if you hide it away. But this is like something people do because once the big event's over, you're like, no, it's fine. And you think,
no, I'm like, I'll do it later. And then like I literally
Later
forget
never
about
comes.
it. Like totally forgot about it. So I hope that he can at least like send us the raw.
he probably has it somewhere on a server.
Yeah, I hope so.
Also, I think you have to do some work as your therapist before you watch these vows for whenever. Like, you need to write a list out of the memorable moments and the moments that made you happy and the fun times, like the pockets and the pieces of what you remember from that day.
Yeah.
Of when you were present and when you were feeling joy.
Yeah.
Because you're just focusing a lot on
The stress.
and like that's so normal, but you're throwing out the baby with the bathwater.
No, for sure.
Because
It was such a beautiful wedding, and
when it
it
started drizzling and we all had the parasols.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you're doing yourself a disservice by not focusing now. Like you've had your time to decompress, but now you really need to work on the positive, the times you're present. Bring yourself back to that.
Yeah.
And I had to do the same thing because I yelled at my mom about an Uber at our wedding.
Oh my God.
And I thought about it and felt guilty about it. And I was like, I was such a cunt. They came all the way there. It was a backyard wedding. She was just excited because it was her wedding day and she wanted to stay as late as possible. But I really wanted, because it was such a small wedding, for like the parents to go.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to just be with my friends for a minute.
Yeah.
And I kind of was cunty about the way I sent them off.
Yeah.
And I was like, your Uber's here. Like, what a dick. Like,
Yeah.
God. And I felt so bad about it. But then I sort of had to like rebrand my brain.
Yeah.
To
No,
be
I
like,
get
that's
it.
not the memory that's going to flood into my brain every time. Because you make a neuron. We know.
No, that's so true. It's like I think about my wedding and it's just like,
Yeah, but you make a neuron pathway. And then when you think about the thing.
yeah.
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 Okay.
Wait, Becca didn't answer.
Oh, yeah.
What was the question?
Last time you
Oh,
cried.
it's good. I have no idea. I don't know. You know, I recently opened up about going on Wellbutrin, and that was a lot of that was because I couldn't feel super happy, but I also couldn't feel super sad.
Yeah.
So it felt very neutral.
Yeah, a little numbness.
A little numb. So I'm not quite sure.
Last song I listened to.
Dude, I am obsessed with this band. They're called Sleep Theory. Neither of you would like them.
Okay.
Nope.
They remind me so much of like my mid 2000s emo music, but it's like new and fresh, and they're so good. And I've played the same 4 songs on my entire drive up here, basically.
Over and over.
Yes. And I'm at that point where like it's amazing now, but I'm going to get sick of it soon.
Zach wears a song out like I have nobody's business.
Really?
He ruins some of the best songs for me.
Oh, that sucks.
He introduces the best songs to me.
Yes.
And then he ruins them.
No.
Okay, so mine is Sam Barber. If you have not heard of him, he's so good. He has a song called Indigo, which I promise you, especially you will cry the first time you hear it.
Is it what kind of music?
Like singer-songwriter
Country. Singer-songwriter country.
Okay.
He has a crazy great voice. He also tours with this violinist who also does vocals with him, and her voice is insane. Yeah, it's like, maybe that's what I need to see. I need to play that, and that's when I'll know my meds have kicked in, is if I can cry.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh,
for
I
you.
love this so much. I had a similar thing. What's his name? Zach Bryan. I Zach Bryan Too Close to the Sun for like 3 months straight. I was like, it was like I was discovering like life for tequila for the first time. Like I was like, wait, how did I not know about
a lot
this?
of people felt like that with his music.
I was like, what? This is crazy. And I'm like, it's just like, army guy that sings these love songs, and then all the Brianna chicken finger or whatever was happening. And I didn't follow that. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. Like, 'cause I don't it wasn't on my radar. And then I was like, can I still listen? I was like, yeah, I can still listen. And then if I hear that Orange Sunset song one more time, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And I was like, then I look at it, I'm like, why did I ever love you? It's like looking at an ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like the
switch has been turned.
I get in and out so fast. I'm like that with Imagine Dragons too.
Oh my God, you liked Imagine Dragons?
Love an Imagine Dragons song that I was born for this. There's like a song, and it was like, it's
I am
so powerful.
shocked because Jared and I talk about it all the time. Who is a fan of Imagine
Children.
Dragons?
So
yes, kids.
Jamie's sons
and Keltie.
and Keltie love Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
And Ford, before he could even really verbalize anything, we played him the song, whatever.
I'm
Thunder.
waking
No,
up.
Thunder.
Oh,
Feel the thunder.
thunder.
We played it for him,
Yeah.
and he lost his shit.
Yeah.
There is like some under.
There's something.
I'm
Yes.
a 3-year-old boy toddler in my soul.
And Jamie brought her boys to the concert, and she said it was a ton of kids.
That's what, yeah.
Shut
Jared and I
up.
found that out too. We're like, oh, it's little boys.
It's similar to Taylor Swift, where she has so many. I mean,
The beats
obviously grown-ups love her too, but something
there's
doesn't.
nothing sleepy about it.
No, the
It
kids
gives you a beat.
they latch on.
Yeah.
Honey. Beat,
That's
beat,
so
beat,
funny.
beat, beat. Okay, last time I was drunk. Last question.
Someone is drunk.
Mine was 2 Sundays ago. It was finally Austin weather. There are pockets where it's the best weather just ever.
Yep.
And we're getting in there right now. And it was a Sunday after it had been a really gloomy week of rain, not a lot of sun. And so I just went up to this little like outdoor restaurant in the neighborhood. It's so douchey.
No, I love
don't
it.
know what to say. I sat outside. Zach and Ford were golfing. And some of the other women from the neighborhood just came up to sit outside. And I went from a Bloody Mary to like 5 drinks later, and the sun was down and I was drunk.
I love that. That sounds so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was I was in Phoenix with Jared, and it was just randomly Fall Out Boy was there playing a festival.
Drop that name, girl.
So we went to the show, and I didn't eat anything that day, like up until, and I was like, Jared, we need to go to this restaurant before, and I need to eat like a hefty meal before I start drinking. And we ended up being late, and we didn't have time to get food. So all I got were like little pretzel bites. And then we started taking tequila shots, and I got so wasted, but not like the most wasted I've ever been, but I had the worst hangover the next day. And then we had to drive back again from Phoenix to LA. This is the second time that we've driven back that I've had 2 of the worst hangovers of my entire life. I was throwing up all morning, and it was not worth it. That was one of the one times that it was not worth getting drunk.
That's when I correlated. It took me probably until this age, or maybe a couple years ago, to realize my worst hangovers
Is when you
ever
don't eat enough.
was when I did not eat enough before I drank.
Oh, and I also
Without a doubt.
yes, I also can't start drinking and then eat. Like the food has
Same.
got to be on
it
the
has
bottom.
to be. It coats.
It's
it has to.
it's a yogurt parfait at the airport.
No, it
Yeah.
is.
You got to put the granola in first.
Yes.
Even if I have
Or
one
the
drink,
yogurt,
even if
whatever.
I have one drink and then I have a meal, I'm like, it's too late.
Same.
The drink is already at the bottom of the stomach.
Agreed.
Yeah.
My worst hangovers.
Chris had friends in town, and we went to dinner, and it was really fun because his friend got a new boob job, and she's very unshy, and she just like pulled her shirt down at the restaurant while we were drinking margaritas and showed me the entire boob job, scars, nipples, everything, which was like inappropriate, but also beautiful boob job.
Wow, who
like
did 'em?
I have no idea. She had a kid and like wasn't happy. And then I've never seen a small boob job fresh. You know, you see like a big boob job fresh when it's hard and you're like, I don't know about that. But she has like a little B boob job fresh and it was gorgeous. Very hard. They're going to soften. But anyway, saw a topless girl and I was like, this is the only other topless girl I've seen. Like,
and you were drunk.
I was drunk. I got drunk, so drunk, and Chris got drunk, and we had so much fun.
Cute. Did you have
for
sex?
you.
Of course. Why else would you get drunk? Yeah. Okay, on that note, we weren't here for a long time.
We were here for a good time.